Yeah. Oh yeah.
Steinmetz and Einstein, and
He
all
lo-
of
he
them.
loved he loved it. I mean, GE is a
Well,
fabulous company. They
when
just
they lay you off, they say they're calling it a layoff, but don't expect to be called back.
oh, I know it's terrible. It's it's sad.
Well, you need a good job to pay your heat bill.
Yeah, they used to freak me out too. The oil delivery would come. My wife would call up and say, "Did you know they delivered $785 worth of oil?" And I said, "What?" I go, "What?" And I called up the oil company and I said, "What are you doing? What is that about?"
What they estimated that's the use.
Well, she said, "I don't know." I said, "Usually it's like 300, 385. Oil would go up a little bit or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what got into
Well, it's
them."
probably the same amount.
So I
double
told them,
price.
and then if you don't pay it, they don't make the next delivery.
Yeah.
So I had to pay it. Yeah. So we just pump a little more things in there. So I can tell you a little bit about.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you know about Terminex? You know all the stuff that we do.
Pretty much. Yeah. I've been a
Customer for a while.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you. And your house, as far as termites go, it's clean.
yeah.
It's nice and tight, and your vents are nice and sealed up. Everything's tight around here.
Yeah.
Because we do exclusion work, we do gutter
The
guards.
nightmares of some other people who bought down here used.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like 30 years old right here. And
Yeah, I work with them.
oh, you do?
We do a lot of properties here.
Oh.
There's a lot of different levels of upkeep.
Yeah.
But here's the vapor barrier. So the concept is it keeps the moisture in the earth instead of letting it rise up.
So there's the actual barrier. Oh, you got this.
This here. So when we do
The line, the crawl space is what
yeah,
you're
so
talking about?
so when we do a crawl space, they lay it out. First, they remove all the debris, and then they lay it out and wrap the base of the piers. They leave a small section around the perimeter.
You have to let it go someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go someplace.
And if there's any issues as far as like sprinkler systems or things like that, the water will go down as opposed to collecting on top of the
Right,
barrier.
exactly. And everything's sand here, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not like the water has no place to go. That was,
Well, what happens is the earth gets, especially under there, the way generally with the power of the sun, you're able to move a lot of moisture away, obviously, quickly. So when you don't have any sun, now you need ventilation. So you have a decent amount of vents.
yeah, I got
Sometimes-
new 250s too. I mean, new. The other ones were not effective. So when I had critters underneath the front part,
Yeah.
by the time we got them out, it was time to go buy new vent things because they were ruined.
Yeah. The we do a lot of exclusion work because of
Yeah.
rodents and such.
Yeah.
So what does it? Also, we are able to lift up all the ducts, and
And the big silver thing laying on the ground. is
yeah,
like the-
that's one of the
Yeah.
the ducts.
Yeah.
You see a picture of that? Let me show you some pictures.
Yeah. So So do people around here do this with an older trailer?
Yeah. Well, what happens is if you don't do it, the molds take off, and then it just everything starts to degrade. And what happens with the duct systems, first the plastic decays, and then the insulation gets moldy, and then the system starts to aspirate that, and then it eventually just gives up, and the little wire
Yeah.
that holds it
That's
and makes
all
it gives it
that's all
the
that's
support, it rusts away.
Oh,
And we
cool.
discovered it by putting in vapor barrier. So you have, this is the basis of the bottom of the home that would get vapor barrier. So we're sitting here. Your utility room, that's your little breezeway, that's your little cubby. This would get it too. And all the way around, basically, it shows the perimeter that would be covered.
So how would that not, oh, it goes up to the vents?
It doesn't go up to the vents. Let me see here.
I'll switch chairs.
Huh?
I can take the stuff off this one.
It's all right.
That'd be easier for you.
It's all right. Let me get some pictures for you.
This is my desk. With no filing cabinets.
I like it. Let's see here for a second. Let's go to the photos. So that's where like the mold starts. You can see it starts to grow in different places. The other issue that was down there, the insulation is held up with like a bag, and then after a while it just drops off.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's because it's heavy with moisture and stuff like that. It's not well supported. There's one of the ducks you could see. It's hard to see it, I guess, but it lays on the earth.
Right.
And then it just
That's
starts
not
to,
good.
yeah. There's a better picture of it. Then you can see it starts to, mold starts to take off and grow on
So it needs
it.
ventilation.
So it's collecting moisture. And the sign of it is that this piece is saturated on the inside. That's how it's able to hold the dirt. That's another piece. It's hard to see because the camera doesn't. Yeah, but you can see these runways. That's made by water.
Oh.
So there's a lot of runoff in the crawl. Part of it has to do with the way it's leveled. So it'll.
The new ones are on slabs.
Yeah, and a lot of them are lifted up a little higher. So they
I see
lift
that
them
when
up.
they put a new one in, of course
Yeah.
we watch it today when we drive
Right.
it. And they're higher for that?
Yep.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
They it makes a lot more sense
Yeah.
for the grade. And then this is just the perimeter of your house. We do this for, and this is from the appraiser. This is their site. This is what's on the books at Brevard County. And so it lists all your vitals as far as your square footage and things like that. And then they call out the different spaces. So that's kind of in a nutshell. So what we do is they come in, they clean it up, they install it. It takes them about 2 hours. It's a pretty tough job. And they can do your insulation if you want. I called out about 60 feet. Now you've got rungs of it. So there's a couple rungs that have a section that's just dragging down.
Right.
So they can lift that or
Where's the vapor barrier? It's supposed to be underneath, holding it up.
it's
Is that's one you're talking about is
yeah.
hold down?
Yes. Yeah. It's bow down. So. All right. So let's see here. So I guess here I'll get right to it.
I have a leaky roof, so that's coming first.
Really?
Bad roof job in the last couple hurricanes. It's total.
1100.
I had $10,000 roof deal estimated.
And
Hey, Joanne.
and you insurance doesn't pay for it, or you haven't got it?
Well, no, it didn't. It's not that it was perfectly good roof that deteriorated. It's not blown away. It was sheer roof job.
Oh. So there's no recourse for you?
well, I'd like the guy to burn it out, to put the roof down,
Mm.
because that was only, we tried to do. And he doesn't have a license anymore, and he's, but whatever.
Yeah, you have to
So
watch that.
I'm into a metal roof, period, yeah, that's all, I'm not taking another chance on anybody with shingles. But I've got brown spots on my ceiling, so it's not like I can put that on.
No, that's
So-
one of the
so
most.
another
That's the most
11
important part
something. Yeah.
in your home.
Another 1,100 is gonna do it for this year, or probably even next year, because I'll be paying for it on time.
Yeah. Well, that's what this shows.